Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of Bingo Bonanza, live from the double wide of everyone's favorite beauty professional, Hummel figurine collector, and bingo caller, Miss Richfield 1981.
I'd like to tell a story of the prettiest of girls. It's me from Minnesota, in my heels and in my curls. Although my roots were modest, I was destined for the stage. My parents knew they had a star when at an early age. I did not say the word mama, I chose a different line. At just the tender age of 2, I screamed, "Oh, 69!" Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Bingo Bonanza! I'm your hostess, Miss Richfield 1981, and I invite you to stay right where you are and let me bring bingo to you. Oh, it's gonna be a bonanza because we've got a live studio audience and prizes and the Richfield winner spinner and fun, and it's all because bingo makes it better. It really does! Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play? Now it's your turn, join with me. Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play? Grab your balls and play, now you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play. I can hear you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play, hey! It's Ballot Bingo! Hi, everyone. It's great to see you all on this election eve. Look at me, America, America. Woo! Totally. And this is one of my nice outfits that has the design on the front and on the back. That's not every time. And I just love it because, I've had it for years and it still fits perfectly. It really does. So anyway, I'm so excited. Let me pull my stool up here and get close. As you can see, Lewis is right here. He's sitting right behind that, real close. And I'm so excited that we're all having bingo together because otherwise we'd all be going cuckoo nuts, right? Because it's so crazy the night before an election. And but this is a great way to sort of ignore all that and just have a nice time. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to talk a lot about it. We're going to play 3 games of bingo, and we're going to chat with my live studio audience. Bring them in. Let me see everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Look at them. I mean, they are a good-looking crowd tonight, and I don't say that every week. Oh, hi, everyone. Oh, I got a hair in my mouth. Oh, there we go. I have to be careful there because this is a petroleum product, and if I get it into my system, it takes 7 years to pass. So great to see everybody. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna increase my screen so I can even see you better. Oh, you look like a beautiful crowd. Let me see if I can find the make my screen bigger button. I'm not very good. It's an Apple IIe, so we're doing the best we can. There was some place hold on a minute. I think I figured it out. No, I didn't. Okay, well, we'll figure it out in a minute. Oh, there it is. There it is. I found it. There we go. Oh, everyone's so much bigger. Then I can see you all, and you can see me. And so I want to, first of all, say hello to friends who are waving a flag and a big old sign behind them. My friends Kevin and Wayne, thank you for being here tonight, guys. And I know you are in P-Town, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Well, we just came here from Arizona.
Arizona?
We're usually in Arizona.
Oh, my word. Because Arizona is super important right now.
It definitely is.
Did you vote here in P-Town? I'm not in P-Town. I'm in Richfield.
We voted in our home state of Arizona.
We're fine. We got it covered. You don't need to vote here. But what did you vote in Arizona?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Okay, good. Because, that's important enough. You could just drive home, from P-Town, just get in the car and drive, get there, vote, and then just turn around and come back, know? So anyway, so good to see you. And Ron, how are you tonight? You're looking fantastic.
Thank you.
No, you really are. I mean, I say that to everyone, but I mean it because you're in Oakland Park, Florida, another super important state to us right now. Did you vote?
I voted a month ago.
Yeah, I voted like 3 weeks ago myself.
Yeah.
You know what? And there was even a line then. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too bad, but I don't know. I know just a few people that are waiting till tomorrow. Most people have already voted. Thank goodness, right? Get our voice out there. Big election, big turnout. We like that, right? I don't care who you vote for. Just get out there and make your voice be heard. That's what it's about, really. So thank you, Ron. And I'm glad that, and you're in Oakland Park. So we're going to chat about that because oftentimes we refer to Oakland Park as Wilton Manors adjacent, if you will, which means your property values, the closer you are to that line, could be pretty decent. So hang on a minute, and I'm going to move around. Here we go, counterclockwise to Shelley. And Shelley, my dear, how many years have we known one another?
So many.
Right. I think we've known each other. I don't even know how long. You were working at North Hennepin College when I first officially met you. You would come to my shows. And it was North Hennepin College, right? It's a junior college up in North Hennepin. The name just says it all. It's junior college. We don't want to confuse things. So anyway, it was great. We did bingo up there. We had a real nice time. Remember that? We had a real fun time. Anyway, that's where I got to know you. And that's where I first realized Jews play bingo. I didn't know that. So I was super happy about that. And then Carlos.
Hi.
Carlos.
Yes.
I only have one thing to say. Ole.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I have to say. I mean, I can't even think. I'm just trying to think of my own name at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my word. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to need to think about this for a minute. So where are you? Oh, you're in New York City.
Yes, I am.
Oh, I love that. So that would explain why you're so close to the window, probably, right? Trying to keep fresh air in, because it's just like you had the chlamydia 19 early before anyone else had it.
Yes, we did, but it's all but contained now here.
Yeah, but
thank God.
Still itch? Does it still
What's that?
itch? Does it still itch though? Yeah, sometimes it's still red and sore. So just even though you're cleared up, even though you don't have it anymore, try not to touch it, and then if you do, don't touch your face. Okay. So I made that mistake. You only make that mistake once, let me tell you. I know it took. Oh, that blister. So anyway, and then Sam and is it Alpaki?
Aloha. That's right.
How do you say your name, Sam's friend?
Alapaki.
Oh, I was really close.
You got it right.
I'll be referring to you tonight as Al. We're just going to shorten that, okay? If you don't mind.
I asked her to hey you, so it's all
because we're talking about America, and I don't know if I can have a foreign name, in my ballot show. I'm sorry, it's the way I feel. I know I shouldn't be saying that, but it's just, what I'm saying. The way things are going, you might. It depends on how things go on Tuesday. You might want to get out too. I don't know. Or change your name. Anyway, I'm kidding, sort of. So anyway, don't go anywhere. I got to get Chris in here. And Chris is working. Look at Chris. Dear God. How about just ditching everybody else, Chris? Just you and I. Let's just make it the two of us. Oh, I love this. Look at that. Just one at a time. Click, click. Just making me work for it, aren't you?
No,
you are making me work for it. God, I look good tonight. Holy smokes.
You look amazing.
Right? I know. It's just everything's backwards though. So when I go to straighten my hair, organize my hair. So anyway,
what I can't figure out is 37 shows in, and every show you get younger. How does that work?
And I wore sleeveless in your honor tonight.
Thank you for that.
Isn't that? Look at the two of us.
I wish I looked that good in sleeveless.
Oh, you do. Oh, you do, sweetie. I mean, not quite this good, but close. No. You're definitely close second. So we have to tell the people. I mean, I just feel like we need to come clean tonight because this could be kind of a crazy night. It's a little weird tonight.
Set the bar low.
Kooky. This could be. I mean, it's already. Let's just say this. It was kooky as we were getting ready tonight, and so our friend Eli is on vacation tonight. And Eli just, I guess, didn't want to be in downtown Philly after the election. So they went up to Vermont, I think, or someplace real nice, have a nice little vacation. She and her friend, we'll just say that. I don't know what the situation is there. They're darling together, though. And I think they've been together for a while. So let's hope, let's hope it's something romantic, or maybe that's what it'll turn into. So you know how Vermont is. I mean, what else is there? I know. You get up there, you might as well, let's just do this and see what happens, right? I know. But anyway, and then so Eli's gone, they're gone, and then Joe, our friend Joe, is gone too, and he's the one that's usually doing the switching. So poor Chris, where are we? There, Chris. Poor Chris. There we are. I know he went that away. Chris is doing all the switching tonight. So and keeping track of things, and then we so it's a lot. Because there's usually 4 of us kind of, on deck at all times. So it's 2 of us. And then it's really 2.5 because my manager is also helping.
Yes.
And could we bring him on for just a moment?
Of course we can. Yes.
There he is.
Oh boy. Look, I even just put on my Miss Richfield sweatshirt.
Yeah, look at that. It's a little confusing, isn't it, Matt? Everything's backwards. Sort of like the way you people read. I know.
Yeah.
Everything's backwards. So, and it would be helpful if you pulled the laptop lid down so we don't look right into the light on your ceiling there. There we go. Look at that. Oh, my word. Well, you've never looked.
It's good.
Really? You look
I'm
a
not
little
camera ready. I'm not camera ready. This is really fun. Miss Richfield, I'm doing so many things at once.
Well, I know. See, we make it look easy, don't we?
Yeah,
It's
you
not,
do.
There's nothing easy about this.
It's so much easier when I can just be critical from the sidelines.
Afterwards, he always jots me a postcard of the top 10 things I did wrong, and then usually puts a nice stamp on it and puts a smiley face. Yeah, there's something right.
Yeah.
It's screwed up that we both know.
Spells Richfield and dots the I with a smiley face. You know.
I've got to go call the first bingo game. Put the right
really?
number.
Okay.
And by the way, everyone watching, if I screw up and I say N36 and it's N38, it's all good.
It's the way it is. But you folks are usually very good with numbers. So anyway, so let me look at the time now. Oh, we're doing fine tonight, aren't we? We're actually hanging in there. So let's not get behind.
That was
I know. And you know what the other thing I'm going to try to do tonight?
What's up?
I'm going to try to do the order the way that I have it written down. That doesn't usually happen. So tonight I'm really going to try to help you, Chris, and we're trying to go down the list. I always make a list. These are the things we're going to do. And one of the things we're going to do is we're going to play 3 games. 1, 2, 3. And a couple of them are special games tonight, but we always start with regular bingo. So explain the little details that people need to know.
So a few things that you should know. You have 3 cards. You can play all 3 cards every game of bingo. Don't just play one. Triple your chances. It's a lot more fun that way. Now, only the first person to call bingo wins, and Matt is very good at managing that. So make sure that you press bingo as soon as you get it. And then right below your bingo card, you will notice you have the opportunity to send a tip. That tip will help us. I apologize for any errors that happened tonight. If you tip us well, then we can hire better help. So that's all I can say about that one.
Well, I would say we're working harder. So, if you can, scrape up a couple extra bucks and send them our way, if you will.
Right.
And
so we really do appreciate it.
With Joe, though. We still share with Joe.
That's right.
And you know what Joe's doing tonight? You know why Joe can't be here? Because he's helping with a hospice. He's such a good soul. He's actually volunteering. Sort of what he does here, really. I mean, we pay him a little bit, but essentially it's volunteering. But he is helping with a hospice. And he called me and said, "I'm sorry, I have to do this video for this hospice, and it's a children's cancer hospice. That's what he's doing the work for." And so I said, "Okay, just this once." Yeah. Just this once. Don't try that again. Because, I mean, that's kind of hard to argue with, really. I mean, So, but he's doing wonderful work. And so we do wish Joe well. We miss you, Joe. And hopefully he'll come back next week.
And speaking of wonderful work, some of the things you can do to help us here with some wonderful work is hitting the share on Facebook. Each week, we choose a winner based on whoever shares the most. And because that person has they can win something from Miss Richfield's treasure chest. Now, this is probably not going to come as a surprise, but Ron, who has joined us tonight, this is the third week in a row that Ron was there. And that is a sample magnet you could win. We love Ron, but somebody
love Ron. Ron is thinking right now, I hope I don't get a third magnet at this point. But you know the good news? You get a third magnet.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you need one for the car, one for the office, one for, you probably need 3. You know, you live in Oakland Park.
Jeffrey asked me for one of your magnets, who was supposed to be here with me tonight and surprise you.
I know, our friend Jeffrey. Anyway, we'll talk more in a minute here. Let's just get this details done so we can start the game. So what else do we need to know?
This one.
Oh, were we ready? Oh, that's what happens. If you mouth off too much, he just leaves. You know, men are, like they've had enough. I'm done. So we do want to start out tonight with regular bingo. And that means you can go up and down, side to side, or diagonally on any letter anywhere on the board. It just has to be 5 together to make a line, one direction or the other. Of course, I am going to have to get my balls all ready to go here. Pull in, there we go. Oh, and look who's here, who's helping us tonight. It's our friend, RBG, and look what she's wearing. Look what she's done. I voted early. Yes. And you vote too. I know, like, we've got record numbers of voters out there, so hopefully y'all voted. But anyway, Ruth is always here making sure that things are fair and honest, and we love that. And then also tonight, I have my friend Naomi. And Naomi plays the harp for my church. A Mighty Fortress is our God Lutheran Church in Richfield. She plays for the 10 o'clock service, and they are going to start streaming that. I'll let you know when we get an address for that. So then you can all see who Naomi is, and she is amazing. She plays the harp in this cool weather. She wears ski gloves and a mask. And anyway, she comes over, and her friend Yvonne Splinter is the one who gives her the ride on the Harley Davidson with the harp. And she's outside because I don't want her in the house, because sometimes she gets sick after a little too much. And so I don't like her in the house, even though I just have linoleum through my trailer. It doesn't matter. So what I do, she opens all our games. So if I could just get now play perfect. That means we can start bingo, and we're doing bingo in any direction tonight, regular bingo. And so I'm going to start. Ooh, look at the balls coming down the chute. There could be a prize in here for you. We're, of course, on our big bingo ballot game. And I know we got a lot of players tonight, because I think there's a lot of folks that don't want to be watching the news necessarily and all that, but instead just having a relaxing time of a little bingo with Miss Richfield 1981. If you get this first ball, and before I forget, do the free space. Make sure that you do your free space. It's right in the middle. Sorry about that. It's right in the middle. So everybody you already have one toward bingo. I know, it's free. It's free space. So, but if you have this one, yell, wee! Okay, because this one means you're lucky and you're going to have a good night. B7. B7, everybody. B7. Now, I'd like to start out by talking first to the first friends I talked to, Kevin and Wayne in P-Town. And are you in P-Town right now, guys?
Yes. Yes, we are here now.
You're there right now. Oh, my gosh. Is it cold? You know, we've had 80-degree weather. Then, like 3 days later, we had snow. If you can believe that, the earliest snow we've ever had. And now it's going to be 70 tomorrow. Nobody knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Thank God there's no climate change. You know, thank God, right? And 40. So, and so now you guys, but you're in Arizona. And so is P-Town sort of a second home for you?
Yes.
And what do you do for work that you got that kind of money? Hang on a minute. I-28. I-28, because I'm looking at you and thinking they're not spending their money on clothes. So what are you spending? What do you do for work?
Well, we're both retired.
That is wonderful. And so you know who worked until she was very old and never retired was this gal right here. I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at some point I would have retired myself, 072. And what type of work did you do when you were working?
Well, I was a pharmacist, and my favorite prescription to dispense was
Pampering with codeine.
yes.
And that's kind of expensive.
Oh,
See,
very expensive.
I might have the chlamydia. I'm itching. I know. So G55. And then what did you do, Wayne?
Oh, I worked in real estate. I worked in San Francisco for a real estate.
Real estate in San Francisco?
Yes.
Dads, you're set for life. You don't need
Absolutely.
You don't need the drug money, really. You're doing fine. How long have you had your place in P-Town? B3.
About 15 years.
15 years?
Yes.
Oh, that's a long time. And where are you in P-Town, the east side or the west side?
The West End.
Western.
You homos with money. I love it. The West End, that's I live on the east side with the lesbians and communists. So, yeah, where the real people are. And not the far east side, because that's becoming more like the west side. The middle east side, by Essentials, where Laura is, by Essentials. Hi, Laura. She might be watching. I-16. Well, hang on just a minute. Let me get Shelly with you. Bring Shelly on with us, because Shelly is also someplace sort of fabulous. Shelly, what's the name of your town that you're living in?
Well, right now I'm in Minneapolis, but sometimes I'm in Ogama, remember?
Right. That's why I was tying in with these guys, these homos with money, because you have 2 houses too, right?
I have money because I'm Jewish.
Well, get out of my head. I know. So hang on a minute. Let me tell the jokes. G53. Actually, I think it's wonderful. I think it's absolutely wonderful. And you have a husband too, which I think is great. So see, you've all got something in common. You have 2 homes. You have husbands. It's like you could be a homo, Shell. Think about it. So Shell, now how far away is Ogatoma Maji or whatever that? It's a different name. Hang on a minute. B6. How far away is that from the Twin Cities?
It's 4.5 hours. Is that a
4.5 hours?
How many miles is it? It takes me?
Well, where is it? That is 4.5 hours away.
It's north.
Is it in Canada? Is it that part of Minnesota?
Sort of.
Is it close?
It's close.
Yeah, that's a long drive. That's a long way.
It's close to Fargo.
Oh, it's near Fargo. Oh, wow. It just gets classier. First, it's that hat, and then to find out you vacation near Fargo then. Real nice. Yes. Hang on a minute. I-18. We all love to hear I-18. Exactly. So now hang on a minute. Now don't go anywhere because Shelly, I want to bring on Carlos because Carlos is alone in the world, and bring Ron in too. Because everyone else is coupled, and look at us. Look at us single people. Look how adorable. The girls are on top. The girls are on top, and the boys are on the bottom. I guess it's probably nothing new for you, Ron. I bet, right? And 33. Hey, Gads! Oh my gosh, Carlos! Oh, damn good. Oh, I hope my pastor's not watching. Oh dear. Hang on a minute. Don't go anywhere, Gads. We should. See, now what we should be doing is charging people for that, Carlos.
Yeah.
That's what we like to do. That's what we like to do. Hang on a minute. Let me get this rolling. There we go. I want with the balls falling out here. I count the balls. I counted the balls right before we started. I always count my balls because you don't want to be shy on that. And the next thing you know, 61. So now, Carlos, are you alone in the world?
Yes, I'm single.
So it's just uno. It's you trying to speak the language.
Yeah.
Just trying to speak the language. And then Ron, are you alone?
I'm single too. So Carlos, come on over.
Well, how wonderful is this? And then Shelly, of all people, isn't single. I know the one that looks single isn't. I think that's so interesting. BH, right? I guess there's someone for everyone. I know. Good news, Ron, huh? So now, so how long you been single, Ron?
Oh, it's been quite a while. My
Has it been a
partner
while?
passed a long time ago, so.
Did you have a partner at one point?
Yes, I did. He
Okay.
passed in 07, so.
07. Wow.
Yeah, it's
Carlos was still in high school. I know.
exactly.
B2. Yeah, you might not have been driving at that point. Who knows? So, Carlos, now you're all by yourself. How can you look like that? But you're in the military, right, Carlos?
I was for 7 years.
Oh, so you're not anymore?
No, not anymore.
Oh, what are you doing now?
I'm a contact tracer in New York City for the coronavirus.
Whoa! You're one of those people that's hunting down the other people that were close to the people that originally had the chlamydia.
All over the city.
Oh man, that is amazing. And now, how do you begin to even do that? Is it just you just ask them who their friends are, or what? You know, like G54, G54.
We ask them who their friends are, who their family members are, who the sexual partners are.
Oh, that'd be a short list for Ron. I know, right, Ron?
I had COVID for 3 months.
Oh, right. Oh, you had COVID?
For 3 months, yeah.
Should you even be on the computer?
No, I had a form of it.
Well, try not to breathe this way if you could, sweetie. Okay, because I've been healthy. I'm actually doing fine, and Shelly's old, so you have to be really careful. N35, N35. Oh, Carlos. So now, hang on a minute. Ron was sick with this.
Yeah.
No, Ron, were you okay? What happened? Did you get really sick, or will you get Donald Trump sick? Just pretend.
I had it mild, but I was testing positive for 3 months. So they call me a long hauler, and I'm fine now for over 2 months.
Oh, thank God! I'm so glad to hear that, because that is like. And Shell, have you had it? I haven't had it yet.
I haven't.
I know, I've been real careful. And, you know, in P-Town, we did shows for the whole, 10 weeks we did shows. But we were really careful. You know, I wore the shield. I did everything I could, to be safe. And so now when you go out and talk to people, you must have to be really careful, Carlos.
It happens in 4 phases. There's the investigation phase, usually over the phone, monitoring. And if all else fails, it's a lot of intelligence gathering and then going into person.
I can't even think of my name right now, listening to you, and I'm not even really listening. I'm just looking at you. I'm just enjoying. I mean, you can say whatever you want. It doesn't even have to make sense. You can speak in the mother tongue. I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not listening. So anyway, don't go anywhere. We gotta get. Hang on a minute. We gotta get Chris in. Chris. Ron and Gabriel are single. I mean, Carlos. Whatever your name is. I know, look at Shell. Oh, Shelly. Now, honestly, I mean, it's just not good with foreign names. It's just the way it goes. I'm sorry. So I'm excited, though, that we got a winner. And who might that winner be? Oh, you're on mute, sweetie. You're on mute. I know. Either that or you're just not speaking up.
I know. We talked about you earlier being the one that has problems, and here we are.
You and Carlos are together. Poor Ron left. I think Ron was mad. I think he's out of here.
Done.
Ron's like, I am out of here.
That's it.
She's doing me no good. Can you blame him, really, in the big scheme of things? So now, who won?
Our winner is actually Dan from Minneapolis.
Dan from Minneapolis! Hot dog, we got.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play?
I'm grabbing my balls right now and getting ready for our second game. But before we do that, Chris, I know we have some people who've been so good to us, and we always encourage people to tip between the games, because when you're playing bingo and you've got 3 cards going at the same time, it's like you really can't be tipping at that point. I mean, you could be if you really wanted to. But would you share with the folks, first of all, how to tip again?
So they can tip right from the bottom of their screen. There's a little button. They can choose any amount that's comfortable, whatever you can give. Yeah, whatever you can give, we appreciate it, right? You can also use at Richfield Tips or PayPal me/Richfield Tips. Any way you do it, we appreciate it. It really does mean a lot to us. And there are some people that we really need to thank. There are bingo boosters.
Yes, and we have so many people who are so generous with us. Even though it's not the majority of people, it's about 20% of the people tip. So if you're out there and you haven't tipped, please do that. But we want to thank people in the Golden Tiara Club, which is our friend Leslie. Thank you, Leslie, from Maryland. Hi, sweetie. And then Sal. How can you not love that name? Sal. And look at that last name. I mean, he might be a little bit Italian. I don't know. He lives in San Rafael. And Donald from Plymouth, Massachusetts. Oh, I know where Plymouth is. That's where they said the Pilgrims landed, but they didn't. They landed in P-Town first. And then Derek. Hi, Derek from Quincy. I know where Quincy is, too. That is real nice. Dan, thank you so much from my friend Dan from Minneapolis, Minnesota, who is so faithful. Jeff, too. Thank you from Rehoboth Beach. Rehoboth Beach. I love Rehoboth Beach. That is actually another very special place. If you haven't, P-Town and Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, 2 beautiful places. David, thank you from Tom River and Gerard. I love this. Another Italian friend, I think, from Houston, Texas. Thank you, Gerard. And people have been so generous. We appreciate that so much. And we also want to tell you that we kind of rotate those names through. So, I mean, if you're being one of our generous people, we'll get you on the list. Don't worry. So, because we have to take turns on the list. Yes, we do. So, our winner spinner. Oh, no, Chris just left again. I know. So he's going to be coming and going because he's very busy. He has to do 2 jobs at once. So our spinner winner tonight, as you can see, is very interesting. I see somebody. There's somebody with a big bag that says taxes. Look at him. He's running with his big bag. He must be late paying his quarterlies. Been there. All right. And then we got some people with their fists in the air. They look like they are, whatever they're saying, they mean it. You know what I'm saying? And then look at this. Cats. Oh, look at the kitties with masks. Isn't that nice? Cats can think of others. Not usually. Someone probably put those masks on them, but still. And then we've got, look at these gals. These gals are suffragettes. They are voting. They're the ones the reason that you gals, us gals, out there can vote. Well, we can vote. And then Lewis. So we're going to spin the spinner winner, and we're going to find out what we're going to talk about today. Ooh, Lewis. Oh, it landed on Lewis. He's sitting over there in the other room. I can see him. Hey, Lewis. He'll come over in a minute. And so what is it now? When it lands on Lewis, that means it can be any question that you want. It doesn't have to be the question. These other questions can be anything you want, Chris. So what's the question tonight?
So then the question on my mind is, what is the most important issue for the 2020 election?
The most important issue for the 2020 election. And what are our choices?
So is it A, the pandemic, B, civil rights, C, taxes, or something other than that? And if it's other than that, put it in the comments, and if I can figure out how to, I may show some of those on screen.
Right. If you have time, because I know you're busy doing other things. Right? So I know. Look, Chris is so adorable, isn't he? And he's running for office too. We'll chat with him in a minute. But I have to talk with Alpaca and Sam, or just Al and Sam. Let's just make it simpler. Al, how are you, sweetie? And Sam, look at the 2 of you. Now, what do you think is the most important thing? Now, you're calling in from San Francisco, where that homo that I was talking to earlier sold real estate.
That's right. Right.
Right. Yeah. He was in the right business. Clearly.
I'm glad we took advantage when we could.
Yeah. Do you have a place in San Fran?
We do. We're right in it. We're very lucky.
Oh, are you? Do you actually have a place? I mean, is it your place?
This is our place.
This
is our tree from our wedding, and this is our place.
Yes.
unbelievable that you can have a place in San Francisco and afford art for your wall. You know? Or even have a wall. You know, some people live in San Francisco. They own a place, but they don't have any walls because it just, it's so crazy. And I love San Fran, although I do have to say the last time I was there, about every other intersection had a naked person screaming at the top of their lungs. So it did seem like things were getting a little crazy there. Has it settled down at all, or is it still?
No, there's a shortage of naked people, so we try to have as many as we can on every corner.
That's right.
Oh, I'll try to get Naomi to swing. She and Yvonne, her roommate, could take the Harley out there. They could play the harp on the corner.
There's a corner perfect for that.
And Yvonne would take her clothes off in a minute. She just has one arm. She's got a hook on the other side, a wooden piece and a hook, because she used to put bumpers on at the Ford plant in St. Paul. So what now? You're owners, you're co-owners, right, or founders of Gay Couples, right?
The Gay Couples Institute. That's right. Which
because you look young to have invented Gay Couples. I feel like that might have existed before. I mean, I don't want to rain on your parade.
R1.
No. The Gay Couples Institute is, we established a place for gay and lesbian people to take their relationships and get research-based tools to learn how to be good at relationships. And we're living through this.
Nice. That is so nice, because most of us don't hold any hope for you folks. Most of us think you're just miserable at relationships, when in reality, you just needed to go someplace and talk about it.
Exactly. Especially during COVID.
That's right.
Yeah.
We even published our results in a scientific journal in 2017. So we're the only place here straight to ever do that.
I mean, don't take this wrong, but you just don't look that bright. I can't believe it. Really? I mean, you look cute. Cute. I would have thought one of you worked in a salon and the other one was maybe in a shoe store at Nordstrom or something. But that's fantastic, you guys. And so then tell us, and we might have this, we might be able to type this in. I don't know if Chris is doing two people's jobs right now, but it's gaycouplesinstitute.com, right? Couples, Gay Couples Institute.
I bought all the URLs, so it'll all go right there. So it's gaycouplesinstitute.org. And there you can take a quiz to learn more about yourself and what kind of partner would fit for you.
Oh, and so it'd like somebody, there it is. Thank you. Oh, I think it's .com though, isn't it? Not .org, or is it?
They both go there, but it's .org.
So you can just put gay couples, blah, 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 anything, and it'll go to you.
Yeah.
I love that. We should have done that with bingo. You know what I'm saying? That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really great, you guys. And so so people can go there and they can find out also resources if they're struggling.
Tons of resources if you're struggling, or if you just want to learn a few things about relationships. If you're single and you realize that there's a lot to learn and you could get better at this, it is actually a skill that can be learned.
Really?
Yes, really.
Okay, so we are definitely, look who's here. Speaking of skills to be learned, something to be mastered, here's our friend Chris. Now, Chris, first of all, before you go on, what we have to find out from the guys here, using that, put that in quotes, what is the most important thing for you guys in this election?
For us?
Yeah.
Pandemic.
The pandemic?
Yeah. Let's figure that out.
Yes. Right. Because otherwise, everyone's going to get chlamydia 19.
Exactly.
It's going to be itching and bleeding, and it's just going to be bad, worse than it already is.
Right.
And you guys live in close quarters too. San Francisco is like New York, really close. So be super careful. So let's find out now, Chris. How did it end up? How did
So our friends from San Francisco were right. The pandemic was the leader with 52%.
Wow.
And 36%.
We were talking about Joe Biden right now. Right?
Yes.
52%. Is that what we're going for?
And then civil rights came in next at 36%, and taxes were just 2%.
Isn't that's because this is my crowd. That's why. Health and the fairness and the treating people well is number one and number two. Nobody really taxes. Who cares? Taxes are taxes. If you're worried about taxes, you know what I mean? You got to realize whatever it is, 5 million kids go to bed hungry every night. For crying out loud, get your mind off your taxes. So we all have enough, don't we? We need to share. That's what we need to do. Whatever happened to that? Anyway, well, hopefully we'll get back to that, right? November 4th. We'll get on to sharing and being nice. Something we haven't done for 4 years. Anyway, and keep a civil tongue in our mouths. So wonderful. Well, thank you guys so much for sharing. I'm so glad to hear Paca and Sam just sound like they're busy and they're doing it. And I love that. So we are going to play another game of bingo. This is our second of 3 games. And you can play on 3 cards. If you go to playbingobonanza.com, if you refresh the screen, and Chris is doing his job, and that's, 2 things we're not sure of. So if you can just do that, refresh your screen, it'll give you new cards, and you can play on all 3 cards. And this time we're going to do V. The game is V because it's V is for vote, right? V is for vote. We're going to call BINGO. As you can see, there's no free space this time. You're going to have to do it all on your own. Sorry. Okay. And then before we do anything else, I want to make sure that, let me see if I can get Naomi's attention. Yes, very nice. So we're going to play this game. And then if we get enough tips, I myself may do a musical number for you. Okay, so that's another encouragement to send us a little something, because I have a little musical tribute I'd like to do. And again, look at that. Campaign costs have been extravagant. I know. I'm still paying for the last time I ran for president. That was like 8 years ago. So anyway, and so you can go to Venmo, or you can go to all different places. Mail me a check. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Give it to Naomi at church. Naomi, the beautiful harp sound that you hear, she plays at the 10 o'clock service. It's a contemporary service at a Mighty Fortress Our God Lutheran Church in Richfield. And Naomi plays for the contemporary service, the 8:30 service. You don't want to go that. It's a bunch of old people and those terrible Lutheran hymns that put you to sleep. But Naomi plays some real toe tapping music. And then we have the liturgical dancers and the celebration singers, our praise team. So 062, everybody. 062. 062. Now, I also want to get back, before I do anything else, I want to get back to Carlos. Oh, dear God. How are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
So long, Carlos. I feel like things might have changed. You might have an update for us or something, or, I-17. And now, have you already voted in New York then?
Oh, I voted 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
That's like me, 2-3 weeks ago, whatever it was, ages ago, because I just thought, first of all, I don't want to stand in a long line, even though it's going to be beautiful tomorrow here. It's going to be 70 degrees. 072. So maybe it'll be 72. 072. And so now you said you do this contact tracing.
Yeah. Yep.
And so, and then I just realized that you also have something else interesting on your little note section here, that you danced in college for 48 hours.
Yes.
Regarding pediatric cancer,
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
is what Joe, our friend who usually does our technical work, he's at a hospice right now doing filming.
Wow.
And helping for pediatric AIDS. Isn't that weird? I know.
Wonderful.
G50, everybody, G50. Now, why did you do that in college?
It was the organization that I was part of in ROTC.
Hang on a minute. B7. I'll be right back. B7. So ROTC, I've heard of that.
Yes, the Reserve Officer Training Corps.
Right. I think Yvonne, Naomi's friend, her roommate, I think she might have been in ROTC.
Yeah.
Either that or she just has that haircut. I don't know. She just looks like she's in the military. Maybe she never was. And 38. So you were there, and how'd you get tied up with kids with cancer? What was that about?
My student organization had 4 slots for the dance marathon, because it's such a popular event that they have to do allocations for each of the student organizations. So
Wow.
we had an allocation of 4, and the way it worked was that I
Hang on a minute.
had raised the most money.
B12. Hold that thought.
Yep.
B12. So you were in it with there 4 of you from your ROTC?
Yes, there were.
Wow. And then did you have to dance with a lady friend and 42?
It was mostly with whoever we want, or single. Like the friend that I had was essentially a spy whose job it was to make sure we didn't sit down or close our eyes for 48 hours. Like they would tap you if they even so much as saw you.
Oh, so my word. I-24. So you danced for 2 24s.
Yes.
2 24-hour periods. So that must have been crazy to be up that and then to be dancing that long, you know?
Oh my, I found myself I would be standing up, and all of a sudden my balance would go off, and I would almost like fall flat on my face.
Right. And that happens to me all the time. But it's because the pampering with codeine, I take too many of those. And woo! You know what I'm saying? Even though I've had a good night's rest, I still can't keep my balance. I-27, everybody, I-27. And so don't go anywhere. Now, how much money did you raise? Did you raise a lot of money?
I can't remember our organization total, but the amount that all the organizations raised was about 1.5 million that year.
Wow, that's amazing. That's fantastic. I-19, everybody, I-19. That's really beautiful to do something like that and fun.
Yes.
You're doing something sort of fun.
It was fun.
Don't go anywhere. I want to bring Ron back. Now, Ron, come and join us if you could. There we are. Hello, Ron. How are you, sweetie?
I'm good, darling.
Are you doing fine? It's all okay. You've got all your magnets. You're going to get another one. I know that's pretty exciting. B10. Now, Carlos has danced.
Just tell people to share.
Beautiful. Just because of the share. That's all you do is just hit the share button, and next thing you know, you get another magnet. I know. So now Carlos danced for kids with cancer. And I'm wondering, Ron, what have you done? I know that you have a cat. Right, Ron? Don't you have a cat or not? Oh, wait a minute. Here it comes. B11. B11. Oh, look at that. Oh, my gosh. That's bold.
Whatever the thing was.
Oh, he's handsome. He's a handsome kitty.
I have him for years.
You know how old he is?
Yes, he's 4.
Oh, you know how old he is? He's 4. Oh, because Lewis is 3. They could be friends. Lewis is only 3.
Yeah, he was out front, and a big cat was getting ready to attack. We used to have a lot of cats over here, and he kind of followed me to the dumpster, and then I opened the door and he came in, and
it's like Carlos, you know, when he's doing his tracking, following people to the dumpster.
You know, when I hear following me to the dumpster,
so who won the game?
So our winner is Gina from Portland, which I think is our first Portland winner in a long time.
I think that's our first. I don't know if we ever had a winner in Portland.
I remember back in game 3 or 4. I'm pretty sure.
And this is game 37. We're now on. I know. Hot dog, we got a winner. Let's play that music.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
And look what we have out here. We have our magic mirror, and I see Roy from Long Island. Hi, Roy, and Patty Ann from Michigan, and Susan B from Philly. Ooh, you be careful in Philly. And Bradley, all the way from Anchorage. I love Anchorage. Jeff and Tim in New Orleans, and Bonnie on the South Shore of Massachusetts. Beautiful area there. Hey, Ron and Pat. Oh, in Hellertown, Pennsylvania. That would describe it well. And Rains from Dallas. And then I'm looking, I can see even more if I really look carefully. I think, oh, there's Casey. Hi, Casey, from Hamilton. Oh, Casey from Hamilton. I want to say hi to you. And Kim, hey, Kim from Ohio. Ooh, Kim, you make sure you go vote. Let's take Ohio back, right? Let's get that going. Oh, and Susan Amram. Hi, Susan. Hi, Susan. Oh, the magic mirror loves it when it sees old friends who aren't actually old. But I mean, I've known Susan for a long time. We went to elementary school, junior high school, and high school together. How about that? Oh, Brad. Hello. Hi, ma'am. You know where that is? That's in Alabama, way down there. Hi, Brad. Thank you. And Brad was on last week with us, and he did such a good job. He dressed as one of the suffragettes. And Rich, Connecticut. Hi, guys in Connecticut. And Minnetonka, Craig, Mark, and Leo. Look at that. It's hard to know who's who in that picture, but they're from Minnetonka. Minnetonka is just outside the Twin Cities where they first made Tonka trucks out in Minnetonka. Hi, Maria in Connecticut, too. More Connecticut people. We got people watching from all over occasionally. And I just heard from a friend in Hawaii who watches us. And I don't know if they dub it to Japanese or what they do, but he's watching it and so there's people watching from all over. And Rehoboth Beach. Hi, Dominic. How are you? Dominic won a game a couple weeks ago. He plays every week. He's very reliable. And it's so fan. Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. We love that. It's one of the most beautiful places. I play at the Blue Moon. I'll be back. Maybe I'll even be back this winter to play at the Blue Moon. And Virginia Beach, all these beautiful places you all live in. Chicago, great. Okay, we're gonna close it out with Chicago. Thank you, Vince, because Chicago, that's a good one to end on, because I'll tell you, I love me some Chicago, and I know a lot of you love Chicago too. But I wanted to, before we go any further, I want to bring Chris back in for just a minute, because Chris, I'm looking at my list, and I know one of the things that we wanted to do is remind people to support us and have enough people donated that I should do my music, or should I just not do it this week?
They have, and we need it. This nation needs your music above all else.
I think so too. That's how I feel too. Well, listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get ready here to play my music. And what I'm going to have you do is you tell us what's coming up. I know we've got a special bingo coming up. If I'm not mistaken, it's coming up this next week, correct?
That's right. It is a political free bingo next week. It's a very special bingo that next week is completely non-political. I hear there'll be like a dime jar or something for anybody that says anything political, and somehow it ends up with nakedness. I don't know the full details on that. That's what I'm told by Matt, your manager, who tends just to say those sort of things when the time is right to do so.
Well,
so
I love
an important time to remind people that if they want to be in the studio audience, they should email missrichfieldlive@gmail.com. And Eli, when Eli is back from Vermont, will handle reaching out to you. So again, if you want to be in our on-camera studio audience, perhaps on our non-political bingo, you can email missrichfieldlive@gmail.com.
Oh, and you know what? We love our live studio audience, and I am ready. Look at this. Look at what I've got. Special for you folks. A special little tune that I want to play for you. And I know we've been going through some challenging time. Let me tip my screen down here so you can see me when I play. Oh, this is perfect. I know that a lot of you, we're all like just going through this crazy time. It's a crazy, crazy time. And so I thought, what song could I do that would be encouraging? Because music can be a healing thing, can be very healing music, can be a beautiful thing. It can be something that can excite us and something that can inspire us, something that can comfort us. I think of the holiday music coming up soon. Puts a smile on our face, reminds us of our Christmases past, or Chanukah, or the Kwanzaa, or the Ramadan, all those. So what I want to do is a little tune for you today that I hope inspires you, because I know we're going through some challenging times. And I know how it goes. I got a hair in my mouth. Hang on a minute. There we go. Can't sing with hair in my mouth. And I know we're going through some challenging times. We're going through so everyone's a little nervous about tomorrow, about the election. And so I want to remind you all really what it's all about. Join me if you'd like. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed her grace on thee, and crown thy good with brother and sisterhood, from sea to shining sea. Don't forget to vote, everybody. Woo! Look at that. Isn't that something? This is what it's about right here. All this worry, all the concern is about this right here. It's about our country and about all that is so important to us. And look at somebody very special came. He loves the musical Saw. Look at him over there. Hi. Hello, Louis. He loves the musical Saw. You know, you would think an animal wouldn't like the Saw, but he just kind of likes it, don't you? You like it when Mommy plays. Unfortunately, I don't have a wiener tonight. Mommy has no wiener. I know. Oh, it's really something. It's gotten to be that sort of a week where, you know, I was going to go out shopping and I didn't. And anyway, but let me get reorganized here because we do have one more game of bingo we want to play. And this last game of bingo, and I know we're a little bit behind tonight. Well, not too bad. And this last game of bingo is Take Your Corner. And I kind of think of that when I think of us going out there and voting, you know, get in your corner and come out swinging, right? And show people what you really believe. Look who's here, Mr. Lewis. He is just my best friend ever. I don't know. I know a lot of you have pets out there, but there's just nothing better than having a little friend come along and just sleeps with me every night, hangs out with me, and we have just had such a good time together, the two of us. And sometimes, actually, he's around too much, like our lovers. Sometimes it's just too much. In fact, speaking of that, let me bring on Kevin and Wayne. Hello, darlings. How are you? I'm just putting my balls back into the cage. And Mr. Lewis is right here. Do you have a pet, you guys?
We do not.
No, you homos are probably too busy running back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh, the food container. The automatic food thing just went, so we're not going to see Lewis for a little while. But so you're running back and forth. It'd be hard for you to have a pet, although in this day and age, they do let you travel with them sometimes, which is nice. We love that. Yeah. But this is Take Your Corner now, boys. So that means one in each corner. It's another way of saying four corners, actually. And I'm wondering now, what do you think would be the letters we would call on four-corner bingo?
I would say B and O.
Thank you. That was Naomi. She wants to play the last one and get out of here because she and Yvonne always go out for a beverage. Not that they haven't already drank me dry. But anyway, so So you were saying
B and O.
Oh,
I love how you work as a team. I mean, that is, and we were just talking about gay couples. And have you ever, now I'm just curious, and I want you to be 100% honest with me, okay? Now don't lie to me.
Okay.
Have you ever needed help to stay together? Have you ever needed counseling or anything like that?
No, 32 years.
32 years. And you've never, wait, hold on a minute. I'm going to get Alpaca and Sam back. Alpaca and Sam, hang on a minute. I've got a couple here. Get a little closer together, you two. Look at that. There we go. Put your arm around Alpaca. There you go. There we go. Everyone squeeze in. I mean, me and Ruth, we're having a hard time getting in. There we go. Ruth and I are together too.
You guys look great.
Lesbians here. But anyway, whoa, geez, hang on. Let me get reorganized here. Okay, so hang on. 075. We're just calling B's and O's. It's four corners. Don't make it harder than it is. Chris, show us what it looks like one more time. B's and O's. It's four corners. Take your corner, everybody. Get out and vote. Make yourself count. 075. 075. Now, what do you have? Look at Kevin has something. What do you have, Kevin?
So there's one candidate we can all agree on that we need to vote for tomorrow.
I'm so glad we're talking about this. Yeah.
Chris, get in here now. Get in here, Chris. Look at that. You know, I told you I was going to get votes from Richfield, and I did. Some of the folks from Richfield are voting for me.
It might be illegal if they cast a vote in Wilton Manors, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Who's going to know? Who's going to know? You know, Richfield folks, I mean, Richfield, Richfield's international. So we could vote. And where are we? There we are. Oh, there we go. B4. B4, everybody. B4. We're only calling B's and O's. So, Chris, you have to fill us in now because we're all excited to hear. Now, what's the story? When are you going to?
So we find out tomorrow at about 7:15. All of the early votes will be released. And much like all over the country, people did a great job of showing up early to vote. And that's really wise. So by 7:30, we will know one way or another.
And then hopefully you will be the one.
Oh,
come on. Are you kidding me? I mean, you can't write this stuff.
You could have written this in your script that you wouldn't have followed anyways.
It's going to happen.
Isn't that crazy? I would just look down. It was like, well, that worked out. Lewis, darn it, sweetie, turn around toward the camera so the people can see the good side. Okay, hang on a minute. B5, everyone. So anyway, and so Chris is running for like a kind of like a city council position, right?
That's right, city commissioner. It's the same thing.
Here, why don't you bring the rest of the people on? Let's just bring everybody on. Shelly, I feel like I haven't seen Shelly in a year. There he is. So, oh dear God, we just see the shoulder. I can just see a bare shoulder. Yeah. Hold on a minute. 062. Now, did you all know Chris is running for office? Wait, I got to point the right. There we go. Did you all know? It's pretty exciting. And I'm wondering, Chris, now, do you have any idea how, did they do any exit polls or anything to let you know kind of?
There are no exit polls, but things do look good. But, you know, no matter what.
How many people are running against you?
So there's 5.5 candidates running against me.
So there's 5.5 candidates?
More or less. It's a long story. It's not
Lewis running or what's happening? Okay.
Yes. So there's 5.5 candidates for 2 seats. So
that's a lot for just 2 seats.
Yes. But we're optimistic.
Does it look positive for you? Because we're all
it does. And if not, either way, our city has had great candidates running. They're passionate and it's a good thing.
Carlos would like painted himself like vote for Chris.
I thought we actually agreed on him painting it, but he was going to paint it lower and then show us that later. But I haven't heard yet what happened.
That would work. I think we'd all vote for that.
Yes.
B11, hang on. Keep everybody up on the screen here because I want to make sure we visit with everybody. And we've got our boys from San Francisco who are working with couples. Then we've got couples who don't need that. Actually, they get along so well. I guess once you've been together for 35 years or whatever, if you haven't figured it out by then, too late. You know what I'm saying? So, and pharmaceutical and real estate in San Francisco, egads. I mean, you can't afford to leave each other. 071, you're both probably worth so much money. So, hang on. No way, is there already a bingo? Oh, boo. How did we get a bingo already? Did we call it letters? Oh, we did. We call it letters. Listen to me. I don't know what's going on tonight. So, hang on a minute. Let me get organized. So did we already get a bingo?
We did. So our bingo is from Kelly from North Andover.
Okay. Whose dog was barking?
That was Spartan. He was upset because he was one number away, and that's what happened.
I thought it was Shelly for just a minute there because she gets that upset. She'll bark, right? Or occasionally bite. She occasionally bites. Shelly does.
Might be good.
So anyway, well, one of the things, now hang on a minute. We're going to play the song and then we're going to come right back, okay? Hi.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Don't forget, somebody here's reminding you, vote. If you haven't already voted, vote. A lot of us have voted already. And I want to thank all of you so much for being here tonight. And I know it's been a stressful time, so hopefully this has been a little reprieve from the craziness. And what do you have, Ron? Ron has something else. It's show and tell with Ron. Oh, look at that. You've got a political literature. Is that for Chris?
For Biden and Chris too.
Oh, well, Chris is more what we were talking about. But if you want, but Biden's okay. We can talk about him too. But I do want to remind you all that next week we are going to be having a political free bingo. Okay. No talking about politics. I also want to remind you that I'm working on my holiday show. And we're always looking for folks to come. I'm going to do the holiday show 5 times. So we are going to need some volunteers for that. And so feel free if you'd like to be a guest on my show, bingo, or on the holiday show, let me know. Shelly has been coming to my holiday show in Minneapolis for years. I mean, think about that, Shell. How many years that we've spent together. And I always talk about all the Christmases. The real Christmas, Chanukah, Kwanzaa, Ramadan, all the Christmases, right? Because that's how I am. I want to thank Kevin and Wayne for being such good sports, you guys. And I love P-Town. And then Alpaca and Sam, keep helping those homos get along. You know what I'm saying? Make it work. Make it work. And Ron, you guys say more. You're gorgeous. You are gorgeous. I don't know why you're single. And you're smart, too. I can tell that. And thank you for being here, Ron. We appreciate it. Tell Varla I said hello. And Shell, and then and Carlos.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, let's all spell this. Okay, are you ready? Let's do this. We need this more than ever. Ready? Here we go.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one.
Do this one with your legs.
B.
Yeah!
Extraordinary is anyone that you adore. Love was made for me and you. Love was made for me and you. I love you all. Good night. That makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play. Now it's your turn, join with me. Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play? Grab your balls and play, now you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play. The right can hear you. Grab